Hello, everybody, and I would like to thank my wonderful subscribers. Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Turnabout Reunion. So we are at the trial. So let's get through this right now. We are about to meet our new prosecutor, who is Von Tarma. But it's not the same Von Tarma we beat earlier. This is a new one. The child of Von Tarma. So I can't wait to meet them. June 21st. 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. What? I'm sorry, that was terrible acting. What? Prosecutor Von Tarma? You mean? No, I heard it's his successor this time. Successor? Manfred Von Tarma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks. Also, he could win. Yep. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. Yep. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sort of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. Yeah? And now, his successor. I wonder what kind of person they'll turn out to be. Oh I do wonder how they're gonna write the successor, right? Are they gonna be a mirror image of their father? Are they gonna be better? Worse? No, it's really interesting. But the only way to see is to press on. It's no good. Misfit Maya! Playley! You showed up! Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother's watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Damn, what a slave driver. Huh? That you came all by yourself? Yep, I snuck out of the manor and followed the map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. What the hell? If it takes 2 hours by... God damn it. I'm Phoenix right now. I can't... Oh my. If it takes 2 hours by plane. Oh man. That's actually pretty impressive. If spirit channeling doesn't work, you can only be a runner. Clearly, what about the train? Huh? What's train? Oh no, you don't even know what that is. I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Tarma tried to do something to me? What do you mean? He didn't do anything last time. I mean, except for the taser. You have a point about the taser. At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Tarma. Well, it's not Von Tarma, it's his kid. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that? Oh, she's a Nick's rival. Well, she's also a friend. Objection! I still remember him as though it was yesterday. As though I've seen him only yesterday. Every trial was a seducing, fierce battle to the very end. Objection! 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 It was only back and forth with them, but when your rival for life... Maya! Please, don't mention that name ever again. But why? I thought we ended on good terms with Edgeworth. Yeah, like, I mean, I guess he was, like, super sad about the, what was it? I guess he was super, like, I guess he ended kind of sad when, what was it, Rise from the Ashes. But what happened? Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. Is he not coming back? What? Where did he go? Did he move because he was so ashamed? What happened? What? Wait. Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Yeah, go. Now not the time to talk about that anyway. What? Nick? What happened? Where did he go? Was he that ashamed of himself? June 21st, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and defense ready? Prepared? But also, oh, you're really lady actually. What's your name? What is with this kid? Oh yeah, she started prostituting when she was 13, so she's probably still really young. Ahem, Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Yeah! Your Honor? Why does she always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright? Huh? You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? Hold on. She's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Tarma? What? Who did you think she was? The toffee lady? No, obviously she's the prosecution. She's standing right there. I am Francisca Von Tarma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Wait, is that a whip? I didn't notice. Does she have a fucking whip? Why? Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred von Tarma? Okay, so one of these. We have to take her down too. Okay. If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... Oh my god! What did he say? You whipped the judge! Okay, what the... I'm talking... Oh. Please don't hit me! If you interrupt then, my whip will do the talking for you. For me. Please, speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. God, Phoenix had this really sassy attitude. Ow! What? You whipped me! I told you not to do that! Make no mistake. I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are you going to keep saying my full name? People call me Nick. Prosecutor Von Tarma. Prosecutor Von Tarma, your opening statement, please. Those of the Von Tarma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Okay, you usually never ask us this. Your Honor, did the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. Oh, that was hard to say. You don't have to say it that many times. Just call me a fool and get it over with. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. Didn't Von Tarma also do a time limit of like 3 minutes? At least you gave yourself 10 minutes to work with, Von Tarma. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense. You think about it. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. We can very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense. Alright. Because, okay, we don't have any evidence right now, but I'm pretty sure there was a gun, right? And Maya doesn't own a gun. So the gun could only be owned by, what was his name, Turner Delay? So that means that he is, what is it? He was the only one who could have blocked the gun. So we could say that she was defending herself against a weapon. But the defense stands by its plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because the plea justified self-defense is to say that you did kill someone. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is what it means, Phoenix, but it's not that bad. How foolish. If that is how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix, right? Then I shall call the first witness. Oh, she said to do, yeah, her father. Yeah, father, yeah, daughter, I suppose. Ooh. Witness! Witness! Your name and occupation. Oh, hey, wait, is he doing the same arm thing? I remember that, like, Manfred also did, like, he had his arms around his chest at all times. She did the same thing. Wow, she really imitates her father. Yes, sir! I am Detective Dick Gumshoe. I am a detective at the local precinct. Ah! Get to the point already. Dude, she did what you said immediately. Explain the details. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yeah, sure. If everyone will look at this map. Okay, in the room. It had decent detail. The channeling chamber had no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? That's quite the note of disbelief there, Your Honor. Hey, I don't, he's allowed to look supplied. That's a very weird thing to be doing. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, Your Honor, sir. Your Honor, sir. A few witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. And that's where they found the victim was already dead, correct? I believe they're one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. Dude, you've been here forever. How is this one of the most open and shut cases? I mean, I get that it is. It's a yacht room mystery, but still. Floor plans. Crime scene. A diagram of the channeling chamber. Added to the court record. So, how was the victim killed? Dude, he just said gunshots. Although I guess that isn't proof that he died like that. I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time, then. Witness testimony. Cause of death. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range, sir. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest, sir. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish off the victim after the stabbing. Shit. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Dr. Dre's autopsy report. After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point-blank range. Added to the court record. The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Yeah, I questioned him. I questioned his haircut. And his band-aid on his face. Okay, let's start plushing. Just say plush everything to get a good overview of it. The murder weapon, Detective W. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. Okay, yeah. The victim. Now, why would he have... Oh, that's your voice. It sounds nice. Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, I suggest you start. Fingerprints. There were fingerprints along with the victims. The defense, my face, were also on the lip, sir. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. I walked right into her hand there. Okay. How do you know that? Point blank, huh? So, about how far away is that? You know what? That's actually a really good question, Phoenix. I never really know how far that is, right? Point blank sounds pretty simple to, know, right? Oh, it's pretty close, but, how far is it, scientifically? It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. Okay, so it's the size of my penis. That was a joke. My penis could not be that size. That would be insane. And how do you know he was shot at point blank range? Tick, tick, tick. Oh, that's actually really sexy. Okay, wait. Tick, 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burns? When something is shot from point blank. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet hot. And it gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Yiv and yearn, I guess. Yeah, yiv, yearn, yiv. But before the victim was shot, he was stabbed in the chest. Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with? A flute knife. I see. And whose knife was it? It looked like it belonged to the page, Your Honor. Which makes sense. It did take place in their house. And of course, Maya Faye's fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh? Even the blade part? It did not look good. Ha ha ha. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. How severe was the wound? It had to have been half an inch. If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya stabbed him with the intent to kill. I mean, because the prosecution's case is that she did. And you're sure she was stabbed first, then shot? Yep, sure to me. One look at the wound, and you come to the same conclusion too, pal. I mean, I don't know that. I'm not a forensic scientist. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? I mean, to me it does, but I understand why you think it does not matter. You pretty much have your case made in heaven. You don't need to really prove what came first, because both murder weapons have her fingerprints on them. Not only that, my client was the only person in the room besides the victim. You don't need to care about anything else. Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What a pain. That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the two murder weapons with me today. Very well, the court accepts them into evidence. Pistol, murder weapon, was Delay's. 2 shots fired, bears Maya and Delay's fingerprints, added to the court record. Knife, murder weapon, a small flute knife, belongs to the phase, bears Maya's fingerprints. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. And the 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them. Huh. This does seem like an open and shut case. Naturally. Oh, they're going from bad to worse. I guess that summary now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. What do you mean, Phoenix? I feel like she gave a pretty accurate summary. The only issue is that Maya didn't actually kill him. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true. Mr. Phoenix Wright? Mr. Wright? Yes? Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It is the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. Well, either way, Maya is going to be guilty. It's just her sentence will be yes if I do justified self-defense. See? Just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justify self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final choice, final chance. There's a huge decision. I'd better think through this all the way. Okay, I know what's gonna happen. I just want to test this out, okay? Because technically, this would be way better than this. Because, if we are found guilty, we're doomed. So, but if we do this one, even if, we get guilty, it will be much better because of a lesser sentence. If Maya is convicted, then it's all over. I really should play it safe and try to soften the blow. Your Honor, the defense would like to change its plea to justified self-defense. Ha! Wait. Shit. Ha! Understood. Yet the records show that the defense has entered a new plea. There's nothing else I could do. Mia! You already hold the key. If you don't believe, you cannot win. If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. Yes, that is what that means. After the trial, Maya's life would be over. She would be ruined, and she would be labeled a murderer. Oh, okay, but okay, well, I mean, she would be a murderer, but it's not she would be people have killed for self-defense in real life, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those people are okay. Because the whole point of self-defense is that you had no choice but to protect yourself. So literally, I am pretty sure Maya would be okay, because I guarantee to you, Playo would still love her cousin, even if she hurt someone. Especially since she didn't intend to. And more than Faye, I don't know. But Phoenix, I am sure that most people in Maya's life would never label her a murderer. You're being a bit overcautious. Can I really let that happen? Your Honor! Yes? The defense retracts its previous statement, and instead will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt the defendant is not guilty. Ah! You. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective. Okay. I kind of feel bad about that one. Because, think about it. In real life, people have had to protect themselves because of self-defense. Imagine showing them this game and it would be like, oh, self-defense is bad. Or justify self-defense is bad because, oh, people are gonna think you're a murderer. So I feel like this game has a poor opinion of the idea. It really isn't right her life would be ruined. I really don't think it is. Okay, it happened. Your Honor! Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of a complete acquittal. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective. Yes, sir? Present the final portion of your testimony. The final strike. Yes, sir. Now see here. Proceedings are run by... eat. Oh, yeah, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Witness testimony. Incriminating evidence. Sorry, pal, but there's even more incriminating pieces of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see here, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. How do you know that they weren't fighting back just by looking at a costume? So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a bat spray of blood on this. This piece directly links my affair to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Maya costume. Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. There are blood splatters on it, added to the court record. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to prove that somebody else could have done it. Otherwise, we are fucked. Because, literally, there were only 2 people in the room. If the victim died and it wasn't a suicide, that leaves only the defendant. So we have to prove the possibility that there's another person who could have done it. Maya's fingerprints are on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? Ha! What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think that the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to shut off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please, stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Cross-examination, incriminating evidence. Sorry, pal, but there's even more incriminating evidence. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? You're kinda sedary today, you know, pal? Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. Damn, Phoenix, you just got called out for having a bad attitude. Oh, Wright, please stop glaring at me like that. Oh, Phoenix Wright is plenty sedary when he wants to be. Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today too. I mean, Phoenix, have you ever seen her wear anything else? Is she not allowed to wear anything else? Yeah, that's what I said, kinda. As you can see, it's covered in blood. No, I can't see that. I'm blind. The blood on this costume. Yeah, results show it's the victim's blood. Ooh, shit, people are talking now. So there's blood on the victim. There's blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well... If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on. I would actually really like to see her breakdown. Yes. Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct. Now even the judge is on her side. I mean, she is the side with the weapon. But if I bite off more than I can chew, what should I do? Flesh fervor. Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up so much resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly blew out an objection like that. Oh yeah, she usually doesn't do that. Her dad would always object after I pressed his witness, but her, she seems pretty okay to let us actually talk. Maybe that's a sign that she isn't as bad as her father. There must be something about this costume. What is it though? I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Mr. Wright. Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way you can poke a hole in it. My time is up. So about the costume. There's one little thing. Your Honor. Actually, there's something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? It's purple. My least favorite color. What are you talking about, pal? What is the problem you are talking about? I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. Okay, let me look at it in more detail. Okay, just a lot of blood. You're pretty normal, yeah. The sleeves are pretty on. I don't know, it just looks normal. I mean, it's really bloody. This one kinda looks like a hole, but no, that's just darker blood. Hey, wait, what is this? It's not red, so it's not a fake hole like this one, so is this one real? Well, I have no other ideas. Oh, X. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. The sleeve? Which one, the right or the left? Tell me, right now. There's a tiny hole here. A hole? But that was in the report. Yeah, but it's in your eyeballs. Hold on. What is this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. You can smell it? Is it right next to your face right now? Gunpowder? No one ever told me. Gumshoe, you are the detective on the scene. You shouldn't have to be told information. A hole that smells of gunpowder. It looked like I found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Order, order, order. This is a very grave matter. It is best that we correct the court record before anything else. Maya costume. Slowly Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. Press the chat button for details. Okay. Updated in the court record. Sorry about that. I think we messed up, pal, sir. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole did not change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke. Nothing more. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, obviously, it is a mistake on the part of the police. What Prosecutor Von Tarma said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem that with the evidence, then no way. Detective W, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. Okay. We have one last one. He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he was or wasn't? We can find no evidence. We can find no evidence that the victim put any sort up. We can find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of a struggle, pal. So, did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances of this murder changed drastically. We're in deep trouble now. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. Then that Von Tarma. She decided to verdict with this testimony alone. To be fair, she had been given one of the best cases for the prosecution in this entire game. Well, I better find a critical contradiction somehow, and then I'll have her. Okay, so I think it's pretty obvious that what they want me to do is this one. Oh shit. Ah, man. But the issue with Phoenix Wright doing this is that it doesn't prove that Maya didn't kill him. All it proves is that maybe they had a fight. Which means that even if we prove, oh, the victim fought back, that doesn't really change the idea that Maya murdered him. Okay, so let's go to here. Then we are gonna pick the costume. We're gonna check it. Oh. Okay, so it is this one. Present. Objection. Detective Dick Dumbshoe. Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police over yacht supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Okay, so... let me imagine what might have happened. Okay, let's imagine that for some reason, Turner Delay decided to kill Maya Fey. Maybe he really wanted to kill the nurse a second time. So let's imagine that he shot his gun off, it hit Maya in the sleeve, and then Maya took a knife and stabbed Turner Delay. And then, after that, she took the gun and shot Turner Delay in the forehead. But that doesn't change anything. All that proves is that it was self-defense. But let's imagine that Maya, she used the knife first, and then Turner Delay, in self-defense, shot off the gun. You see, it doesn't change anything, really. Is that what it means to not fight back? You're right. It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. I mean, it would if we were doing justified self-defense. Alright, the winds seem to be shifting. Huh. What is with that? Are you finished yet? Yeah. Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Damn, you told it, Phoenix. Miss Montarma? It seems that Maya Fey was shot by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. That is correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Yeah, dummy. Now that you... Why, that's right. Phoenix, you really couldn't tell where you was going with that? I thought it was obvious that you were setting up for self-defense. Which means... the defense has yet to prove... No, wait, that's not her voice. Why did I do that? The defense has yet to prove anything at all. No! Yeah, Phoenix. That time you shouldn't believe that self-defenders are murderers. Well, yes, that's true. I mean, I don't... Furthermore, just the fact that there's a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Huh? How so? Well, think about it. Maya could have stabbed him with the knife, and with the last tiny bit of his delay, he pulled out his gun, shot her, she took the gun, and shot him. That isn't proof. Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we added in, of course. Huh? You mean by myself? Yes, you're a detective. We expect you to be able to do some sort of logic. You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Yes, detective, it is a part of your job to look over the evidence and come up with scenarios that are possible, figuring out which one is the most likely. You are a detective. Ah! Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Witness testimony. What transpired that day? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two men were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but they were too close, he missed. The defense then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Yeah. This scenario you put together does make sense. Yeah, Detective W, you actually came up with a good scenario. You came up with exactly what I said. Good on you, old boy. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Damn, Phoenix has a pretty powerful glare on him. Now then, your cross-examination, please. Okay. So I have to find a contradiction. I mean, obviously, that's my entire job. My job is to defeat the case. There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Dre and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely that the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Okay, but yet imagine that Maya told him to have his eyes closed. Then all she would have to do is stab him while his eyes were closed. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. You think you could get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix, right? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? Huh? When channeling with the Turan technique, the medium physically changes. Oh wow, you did your research, didn't you? With the nursing build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. So wait, you honestly believe that it was the spirit? Then why are you trying to convict Maya? I mean, I guess you can't convict a ghost. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Turan channeling technique. Like I said before, I am perfect. About what you were talking about. I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. Of course, the victim used the act of his strength to fight back, sir. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, he would probably hurt pretty badly. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to get blood the other day, and afterwards I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I think the damage was maybe 10 times the dizziness. Is that how that works? I mean, I guess it makes sense. I guess you do that kind of dizzy when you did blood. So I guess being stabbed and using that much blood would do that too. Ah! Detective, that was dumb. What you just said was dumb. You are an idiot sandwich. Sorry. Well, the two were fine, the victim took out his gun. Where in the world did the pistol come from? It looked like the victim, Dr. Delay, had spotted specifically for that day. But a handgun. He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Wow. So that does prove that maybe he had the intent to murder. Why did Dr. Delay believe it done? Maybe because he wanted to threaten the nurse to do it, or else he would kill her. Again, in a painful way. Was he taking precautions against something? Doesn't matter now, does it? So, you're saying the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when the shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Not they say anything about that? Okay. Maya had never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire just by pulling the trigger. Even me. I wonder, should I kill someone with a gun to see what that's like? Now, do you understand? Amon Tarma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad, but there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere, and uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. During the channeling, the defendant shot. Okay. So, okay. During the channeling, the defendant shot him. We can't really dispute that. Okay, yeah, we basically proved that one, so we can't do anything there. We're trying to put out his gun. That makes sense. Yeah, they were too close. Let me look at it one more time. So bloody. What a hole. They were really close. So yeah, they were point blank range. But wait a minute. If it was point blank range, then wouldn't there be a gunpowder burn? Wait, go back. I don't know if it's the animation style, but I don't really see any gunpowder burn. It really does just look like a hole. What if maybe not. Let me save. I want to save before I try this. Okay. Still here. Please work. Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Eh? What do you mean? The tiny hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? Gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh! But there's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. Damn. That was actually really smart, Phoenix. That is a very good point. And what exactly does it mean? It means that the defendant and the victim were far away enough, so it was... What were the numbers? Okay, anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. So it would have to be more than 20 inches away. Around that number, at least. It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic like that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of dating. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? Well, the problem with that idea is that... Why would he push him away? Wait, did you say the victim, or... Okay, well, that doesn't really matter. Why would... Okay. Yeah. The last bit of strength, if he was stabbed... If he was stabbed with a knife, how would he be able to push someone? According to testimony, the wound and the damage was very severe. The victim would not have the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Ah! Wow, that was a good animation. It was like, oh. Well, then, that's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. Why? After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. Why would she move away from him? She already stabbed him. I would keep stabbing him till dead. There, that should satisfy even you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and date. It makes sense, or it doesn't make sense. I don't actually know what the issue is with that one. Besides the idea of, why would she do that? Why would Maya do that? But yet no. There is a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal? Flaw? Ouch! Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of dating. Okay, so let's get rid of everything that's not the right answer. It can't be this one. It can't be this one. It probably isn't this one. It can't be this one. It can't be that one. Oh, a bullet hole. I don't know how this would disprove it, but that's important. No. Wouldn't really help me. No. Oh, maybe it's this one, actually. Okay, okay. So I have a couple ideas, but... Give me, oh, shit. Shit. Okay, well, let me go back. That was an accident, by the way. Let me go back here. Okay. There's a fade. Okay. Oh. Okay. There had to be some shenanigans. Oh shit, wait, I was about to read that. Shit. Okay. So I definitely think that it has to be this one. Oh shit. Oh wait, no, it works. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your object. What is that? A folding citylene? I would like to point the torch's attention to the hole in this folding citylene. Oh, ah! It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Who, what, where, what? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Are these two really that clueless? I mean, I am a little, but the bullet went through the defendant's sleeve, then the folding citylene. I really want to check the tour record now. Give me a minute. How many times was the gun fired? Okay, 2 shots. One that hit Maya's costume, and one that hit the brain of the victim. So it couldn't have been 3 shots. It had to be 2. So it would make sense. Okay. Okay, then the folding citylene. It passed through at the height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, Maya, I mean the defendant, was not getting ready to shed light, but actually sliding you to the ground. Over. Why did I say over? Order. This changes everything. Does it? I mean, it changes a lot. Why would I say it changes everything? Please, look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Dre, was standing here when he was shot. And the bullet hit this folding citylene. If it hit this location, about 8 inches off the ground, at this time, the defendant would be in this area. Wait, what, right here behind it? Oh wait, it won't work. Here, behind the folding citylene? Oh wait, the victim and his attacker were fighting, were they not? Then what would the attacker be doing all the way back? Then what would the attacker be doing all the way back there? Besides which, if the attacker was behind the folding citylene, then how could the victim even know where to shoot? It's obviously impossible. Yeah, I guess so. Mr. Wright. Wow, I can't believe they actually made custom dialogue just for picking a different area. That's nice. boy, that I just blew up royally. What's done is done. For now, I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the climb. Okay, so it had to be near here. So, okay. Take this. Somewhere around here. Huh? Uh-oh, the judge's face just blunt up like he smells some seriously bad breath. That is, wait, I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Sure. In the meantime, I want you to take things through again, Mr. Wright. Shit. Okay, well then, but okay. So I have to actually pick a good area. So yeah, like right here, it has to be like right. But I already did that area though. It had to be here. She was standing here, near the fallen chandelier. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how could you gauge the distance like that? Gunpowder burn, maybe? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? No. That's impossible. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that, Miss Von Tarma. If she was shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burn present. However, there was nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you. I believe it had now been proven that the defendant was standing away from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this had changed the defendant's situation? I kind of want to see what happens if I say no. Okay, let me say it changes. Even with that information, it still feels like nothing had changed. But I can't give up just yet. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. Even if I didn't think so in my head, I say it out loud. The prosecution had claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, when and what were the defendant doing at the time? Slaughtering all the way by the falling chandelier? Exactly. If Maya Fey were the real murderer, why would she be by the falling chandelier instead of preparing the chandelier? Upon further consideration, it does make little sense. Yeah, I think that there had to be a reason. What do you mean? What reason? For what? Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oh! Oof. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the back. Phoenix, you haven't proven that she didn't kill him. Think about it. There's no proof it was a suicide, and there were only 2 people in the room. That leaves only one possible person who could have done it. You haven't actually defeated her at all. All you've done is make it seem like there's this weird situation around what happened. I hate to break it to you, but Von Tarma is really good at this. She got a perfect taste in the bad. Black radar of disaster. black radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had such a hard time with you. You amuse me. Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that Shamarby Shamile? Damn. Detective! How dare you damage my perfect logic? What? How is it my fault? It's him. It's his job to ruin my job. You should start removing. I'm sorry, I have a bad word enunciation. You should start repairing your standing by removing that Shadland goatee. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later. Punishment? Well then, Your Honor, I think there's all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Really? You have another one? Who is it gonna... Oh, it's gonna be Yada. I can't see it being Morden, but I can see it being Yada. That witness, that's gotta be Yada. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. To be continued. I feel like I have to keep going. Yeah, I kind of want to end when the trial day ends. June 21st, 11:37 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Phew, that was a close one. I know you were doing your all to defend me. But I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. This is why people plead self-defense. Because not pleading it means that they could die. Phoenix. I feel like I would plead close to dying myself. It's that I wouldn't die, but you would have. But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Well, why did you say tricked? Couldn't you say convinced? Why tricked? Couldn't you say convinced? Or like, persuade? Wait, tricked? I didn't trick anybody. That must be the lawyer's secret technique. Right? Lying to people? Damn. By the way, is that witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Yana. Oh, guess you didn't know it's saving her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sister Joker that come after you and haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah, do you remember her, Playley? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, you don't have to look so like nervous or sorry about that. It's okay, Playley Pie. Ah, yo, cutie pie boo-boy. June 21st, 11:43 a.m. District Tort Room number 2. Also, yeah, this is a couple days from my birthday. Court will now reconvene. Now, I don't want to hear it, old man. I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Damn, he just got pulled off. Yes, sir. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't let you have a choice, you know. They kinda like gave me a prenup. Or like, what do you call it? Where like, you have to do the tort. Yeah, we did. Name and occupation. I declare what incarnation. Hey, Judge, this here is a violation of my fair self. That's fine. What do you mean that's fine, Judge? No, it's not fine. That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. Oh. Okay, that guy's pretty damn funny. I like that. No. There's no need for... There's no need for foolish outside from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even tried to get my name and job yet. Shit. The name's Yana Hart. I'm a paranormal photographer and I'm here to testify. Now, you all be one big happy family, okay? Well then, who's the dad? Witness testimony, witness account. Only the dot and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then, bang! We heard this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there blew down the door, and we rushed into the room. Inside, the dead victim and the defendant waving around the pistol. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. You're not wrong. We didn't see anything either. And did you take a photo of the scene of the crime after the murder took place? Written horse. Huh? Excuse me? Written horse. It's sort of a... You reckon? Of course I did. No, I don't reckon. How would I ever reckon that? Ah! Does it look like I tell? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. The moment of truth. What will be in that picture? I mean, you were there, Phoenix. It's a picture of what she took is what we saw. Let's see. Here. This is the photo. Well, that doesn't look good. It would certainly seem that the defendant and the victim were the only one in the room. You know what the problem is? Whenever I say defendant, I always say defense. Yana's photo, a picture taken at the murder, a photo taken at the murder scene added to the court record. Okay. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. Okay, I do this. Witness account. Only the doctor and the... Okay. Was it really only those two that went in?
Objection!
What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Dre and Maya were the only two that went into the room. Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against his own client. Anyway, folks, only the two of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we heard this gunshot. Yeah, you really shouldn't have Phoenix be the attorney, because, yeah, he was there at the murder. He would probably be a witness himself. Was it really a gunshot?
Objection!
Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think there was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we here listening to the defense testify? CG, this is why you can't have the defense be somebody who was at the scene of the murder. Also, I love this, because it proves how smart Von Karma is. She knows that Phoenix Wright was there, and is literally using him against himself. All of his questions are things that he already knows the answers to. And thus, he doesn't have any ammo. It's amazing. And the world becomes just a little cooler. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell ya, that was a gunshot I heard. Now, this where the story really heats up. So, let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down. You idiot! Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down. Sorry. Why did they feel like an intuition? No need for apologizing. That was great. You were a real man. Yeah, you didn't play cool. Oh, really? That's something I would like to see. I never thought Phoenix was a man. The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what did you see once you broke in? Inside was the dead victim and the defendant. And... oh god, I'm tired. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Yana seems awfully confident in her testimony. Pressure harder. Yana, think back to that day one more time. What you're getting at? What's you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room? I was murdered. Slip. Yada, at a time like this. Time like these are okay, I don't need to say all this, there's a recap. When you saw the murderer at the time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not. Am I correct? No, well, you see... Order. Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony. Yeah, sorry. Good. This shifts things back to my side. Only a little. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. See, Wright, Phoenix. Huh? Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered, one of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. It seems we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in the picture is most certainly Maya Fey. I did not agree with that conclusion. Exactly. Right. And I'm clapping one again. Okay. Okay. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure am, but that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean more than Faye? But there was no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about... I actually want to do all 3 of these. I'll do this one. What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back the behind there? Rat Dimmin? Huh? What in the... Rat Dimmin? You know. You reckon? That's a Dimmin. What the heck are these sayings? I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way someone was hanging out behind that folding screen. If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. Give me a minute. I need to redo that. I got the right answer. Okay, that was the same one. Well, shit, I can't go back now. What, you're not a problem? Rat Dimmin, I am having a little difficulty understanding you. If you would stop saying things like Rat Dimmin and so forth. Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with this testimony, or don't you? Just as I thought, there's nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. The worst kind of enemy is one who believes they are telling the truth. Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only 2 people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Delay, and the defendant, Maya Fey. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think that, however, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I gonna do if I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? It seems as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm gonna have the judge against me. No, wait. Is it anything? Okay. Yeah, you looked at it. Okay, obviously, we have to say that there is a problem with it. Your Honor, Mr. Wright, it is possible that the person in this photo is not the defendant. What? Do you know what you are proposing? Yeah, that's just plain foolish talk. Thanks, guys. Your show of support was just great. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show the torch some proof. Proof that the pit is not the person. Well, shit, I didn't. Can I look at the picture? Oh wait, I have it, right? Okay, check. I don't know actually. I don't know. Shit. I mean, it looks like she's in the wrong direction, but I don't think that's the contradiction they want me to point out. She's only... Oh wait, did they say what hand the gun was in? Oh, it doesn't. Shit. Okay. There's a hole. I don't see a hole here. Besides that, I don't know what else could be a contradiction. I'm gonna try it out and I'm gonna present the costume. Please work. Oh, it worked, right? Here, your proof. Shit. Is there a problem? Oh no, I just thought I would work on my inflections. Just wondering what objection with a twist of "you're wrong" would sound like. Damn. Hit us hard. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but I don't follow your logic. Shoot. I think it wasn't showing enough confidence. I don't know besides that. Shit. You know what? I know it's probably not to do anything, but let's just see what happens if we give up. Well, Mr. Wright, nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove that they're not my affair. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. Is this it? Is this all I could do? I mean, it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally, 100% impossible. Miss Montarma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? I couldn't protect Maya. The defense. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Mia! What the fuck? What? Are you? No. Are you... Are you her? Did... Did... Did Playo channel you Mia? What the... Oh my... Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go with it. Let's go with it. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But Playo's... Her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Are you talking about the tea? Think carefully one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Dre... Clip. I was murdered. What? Yeah? What about it? She took a picture. Wait a minute. She took 2 pictures. Where's the other picture? You see, there's one final piece to this puzzle. Mia? Selection Yana one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period. Please wait, Your Honor. The defendant would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any unrelated question... It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Really? Well, that's not a smart move. You're falling into the same trap as your father. You believe that you're invincible. But you're not. Avon Tarma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what better time for you to see... And what better time than this for you to see that? But, I mean, I have some place to go after this. Well, you shouldn't have made plans on your job day. Ah! Alright, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry up and give us another testimony. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please, tell us about what happened. Please, tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Oh shit. Sorry. Sorry, guys. So let me get all that here. Okay. Okay, you got it. See? You got through to the judge. Somehow. See? You got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually, it was one time as a whip that got to him. That got through to him. Pain works as a good motivator. Witness testimony, account part 2. When we broke into the room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was trying to sedan the dead body, so I didn't get a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and dose and but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take the shot. Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like. struggle all you right, and you will taste the bitterness of your defeat. As you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. Witness account part 2. We both, okay. So, what did he look like? You know, she looked almost like a different person. A different person? She may have seemed like a different person. However, she was still Maya Fey. We have already made that point abundantly clear. Yes, that is true. Well then, Miss Hart, do you happen to see anything else? Then perhaps the body would not miss Dr. Dre at all. Phoenix, what the hell are you trying to say? We saw the body too, and it would definitely turn her Dre. Well, I reckon that's possible. Objection! If the body inside that room was not that of Dr. Dre, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix, right? Well, what if that was Maya Fey after the channeling, or maybe... Yeah, Phoenix, you deserve that one. Foolish fool, sputtering foolish foolishness, such as I expected, from a foolish fool such as you. If that were truly the case, that would mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead. And that would make the defendant chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it? Sorry, Maya. Are you all done here? Can I continue? I would be pretty annoyed at having to do this again. And even knowing that, you still persisted in being a paranormal photographer? That's why I'm getting out of this business here. Out of this here business. Lay down the dirt on the cigars and be a tabloid photographer from now on. See, those blue jobs faster than a diaper throws blue... I'm sorry, I said that terribly. See, those blue jobs faster than a baby throws blue diapers. Well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Would it tell you to at least stay on topic for a change? Well, would it, Mr. Wright? Nice. Tag teaming in the stereo. This I should be grateful, not in 5.1. I'm sorry, I need more energy. Give me a minute. Okay. Nice tag team. Nice tag teamed in stereo. I guess I should be grateful, not in 5.1. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. 2, right? 2 what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only 1 had been submitted as evidence. Miss Hart, where in the other photo you have been withholding? No. You got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I mean, I know it can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then why have you not shown this other photo to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap. Wow, she told you out. And damn, telling you would resort to that, Von Tarma. This was such a perfect taste. I'm surprised you needed to do that. What? Von Tarma! Von Tarma, you're hiding political evidence? Unforgivable, Von Tarma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're just as bad as your father. I wonder why we get this option. Your Honor, the defense asked that Prosecutor Von Tarma be held in contempt of court. Well, yes. Me? In contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on... But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a schoolboy? I was so angry I lost my composure. Miss Von Tarma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important, and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. Oh wait, I wonder what happens if I choose the other option. I go to, how do I do this? Okay, save. Save here. Yeah, okay. I'm so mad that even my throat is clenching up. I better let the judge handle this. Miss Von Tarma, would you care to... Okay, so it will just go more directly back to it. I don't think I need to change out of this one. How do you think? The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. What do you mean? All the judge says is, resubmit it into the court record. That's literally all he had to say. More trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. What did you do? All you did was use magic. What, did you use magic to teleport it into the court record? Yada's photo number 2. A photo taken at the murder scene. Added to the court record. Wait, this is a completely different photo. You made... Oh, they're more or less the same. Does he look the same? What is this? What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took the day of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. I think the important point here is the person in this photo. They're most definitely not Maya Fey. Okay, but all she had to talk about is the terrain channeling technique. What is the meaning of this? They might be the blade I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in the picture is not Maya? I mean, listen, I know what is gonna happen. If I say, oh, it doesn't look like Maya, so it isn't Maya, all Von Tarma has to say is, oh, when you channel somebody, their body changes. So I'm gonna drop it. It's no good. We've been through this so many times. They're not like you, Mr. Wright. Why are you not objecting? The person in this photo is clearly not the defendant. And yet... Ha ha ha. There's no way he can raise an objection and hope to live. Explain yourself. Your Honor, I would like you to take a look at this picture. What the heck? There's a picture of... Wait, there was a picture of that one scene in the last video I made. Why do you have this? And how do you have it? And why is it pointed in this direction? And why the hell is Mia so hot? This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitor's room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit. Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person? She looks that way because obviously she's in the middle of channeling a spirit. It's unbelievable that she can... Yet, it is the truth. When Mia Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's channeling. Yeah. Miss Von Tarma, a word if I may? Mia? Taking photos of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that this picture cannot be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal. But I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is he? From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image had now been forever burned into the mind of the judge. Yeah, I mean, he's already seen it. Even if it's illegal evidence, it doesn't matter because, well, his opinion had been tainted by new proof. Even if it's not legal proof. I don't even have a single witty line. It looked like we've been had. Damn. I really like Von Tarma. Like, her father, he was also smart. And he was also given an easy pace. But I don't know, I feel almost like a different vibe from Von Tarma. Like, I really wish I could describe it. The best way I can put it is that... Okay, so Von Tarma, Manfred Von Tarma, he would try to block you off constantly. Every time you press somebody, he would always object to the pressing. And he would be like, what's the point in asking this? What's the point in saying that? He would be like super commanding and authoritative, and he would control the trial in such an aggressive way. Yeah, it felt like he was God. It felt like he was the God of the courtroom. And like nobody was allowed to defy him. But with But with Francisco Montarma, it feels different. She also feels commanding, but in a different way. She doesn't try to block us off as much, because she has that much faith in her own pace that she doesn't need to do that. All she does is, like, every once in a while, she'll say, what's the point in acting that? But, like, it's not like she tried to cut us off, so it's almost like she's more confident, or maybe more benevolent. I don't know. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is a defendant, Maya Fey? If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Wow. It looks like Phoenix is having some decision problems. Like what do you call it when somebody is too nervous that they can't make any decision? Decision paralysis? Is that what it's called? Is there any way to prove that the person in this picture is not Maya? Okay. I mean, I have to say that I can prove it. I have to. Your Honor? Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see. This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. A contradiction? So you think you spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange about this picture? What sleeve was it? Was it this one? Oh, shit. Ow! Ah, that hurt! Didn't we just finish discussing that her appearance changed during channeling? I know you ain't no duck, you're limited everything and I lose patience. Damn, everyone hates me. Mia, can you remind me why I went into this job if everyone hates me? Phoenix, you have to think before you speak. Even Maya's mad at me now. Ooh, I think there's a typo. Yes. I really wish I could see what they say when they all do that. Okay, after I'm done with this episode, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look up the transcript and I want to read what it says online. Okay. So, okay, it was obviously the other one, and I'm sorry for being an idiot, okay? I'm sorry. Please direct your attention here to the sleeve. But there isn't anything odd about it. Aha, Judge, but that in itself is odd. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there. Ah! There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, they should be in this picture as well. Lantarma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? What do you have to say to that, Lantarma? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Damn. How old are you again? '18. You are 18. So if you started at 13, let me do the old math here. So 18 minus 13, 10, 9, 8, okay. Minus 3, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So you've only been a prosecutor for 5 years. It took Von Tarma more than 10 years to get his first penalty. You're worse than your father. Absolutely. Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Tarma's face. She got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Tick, tick. Something to done again, I see. Your Honor? I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean? And what incompetent fools? If those fools down there at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case. I see. She lied through her teeth. I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. When you shift the Von Tarma's idea of a perfect taste, it's like fascinating, don't you think? I suppose it is. Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure the detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Damn. Poor Gumshoe. It's always him. Why can't it be another detective? Why can't we spread it around? In any case, there's a really big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it appears that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. Are you gonna say, now is our chance? This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Okay. So, okay. Remember earlier when I said, ooh, I think there's a typo? This is Mia Fey. She is Phoenix's mentor. But, so why is she saying, watch this, Maya? If this isn't Maya, this is her sister, Mia. Now you could say, oh, well, he's talking about the person channeling her. But here's the thing. The person channeling Mia Fey currently is Pleo, not Maya. So, what are you talking about? Did somebody not understand who was who? Your Honor, there is only one logical explanation for the contradiction. I'm gonna do this one. Okay, yeah, let me go down the list. Okay. The fact that the defendant costume has a bullet hole in its sleeve is a fact, which can only mean one thing. That this picture is a fake. What? Hey! You calling me a forger now? Well, no, not you exactly. Well, not per se. Oh, no you don't. Don't you be scratching your head like you're some sort of doofy, with that doofy smile like some sort of monkey? Damn. Now, why you don't think I'll do something that nasty? Come on now. Peanut, use your brain for a change. Sorry, Chief. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to do it one more time, Bip. There's only one explanation for why there's no hole in the sleeve in this picture. The hole was created much later, after the murder took place. After the murder? Hey! Those two gunshots we heard before we broke in, or did you forget? Huh. Is that how it went? I wasn't there. The pistol fired 2 shots. No more, no less. You do know how to count, right? Peanut, what are you doing? Try it again one more time. Yes, Chief. Gosh, I'm disappointed in you with all this bullshit. And yet you're playing a video game and you don't care. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, the person in this picture, this person clearly does not. Then there can only be one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Dre was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? What? Order, order, order. If order is not restored, I will suspend proceedings. Ow, ow, why me? The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness! Hey, witness! What the heck? Is that any way to ask a doll for a favor? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said there was only the 2 of them when you entered the room. Well, you'll know. If you were behind, I fear my whip will be the last thing you see. You're sis. You're using mighty severely. Why don't we say you... I swear I wasn't lying or anything. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see? Now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who is Batman? Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is try? Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses 2 very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? Judge, all you did was say the exact same thing as Von Parma in the opposite order. Or, well, no wait, that was the right order. You just rehashed what she said. That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here. Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even Mia, God, now I'm confused. Now even Mia is calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from? And where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if, before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left the room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true, Mr. Wright, let's hear what you come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder till the time of the arrest, the defendant had left the room. Oh, maybe I can prove that, yeah, she could have done it. Miss Hart, do you remember... Miss Hart, do you remember this tea? Oh, well, I've seen it before. Hey, that's the channeling chamber tea, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant locked herself. The defense herself locked the door. Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That tea's the only one of its kind after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes? You keep touching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is it that tea currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the tea should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the tea at the time of her arrest. Okay, I'm guessing you know that because she was searched and they never found the tea. But what if she just hid the tea in the room somewhere? Well, ain't that a tip? So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present. From a certain little Dale. And that little Dale was nowhere near the scene of the crime at the time. Crime time. That's preposterous. This means that Mia Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this tea you see before you. No. it seems like we have come to an impasse. This picture has certainly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Ms. Montarma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect taste. How is there a flaw in my perfect taste? Don't think you won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a taste. And I don't intend to use you in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. Ooh, Montarma. I wouldn't necessarily say that. Saying that is a slippery slope to doing horrible things like your father did. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned. Shoot, is this a different font? No, I don't think it's a different font. June 21st, 1:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Wow! That was you, Playley? You summoned my sis? Yes. Yeah, I felt like I had no choice. Great going, Playley. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah. And not yet anyone else in there could have done that. Nick? I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. Well, yeah, but you had a dream, so you weren't awake. So you may have, because you weren't awake to know if you were carried out or not. And I don't think that a third person could have gone inside that room. Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like, what happened in that room, for instance? What happened in the room? Where it happened? The room where it happened? Yeah, I'm counting on you. Aw, I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Mitt, do you think you could take Playley back home for me? Sure. Alright, Playley. You ready to buy some tickets? Huh? What's a tit-tit? A tit-tit? Poor thing. So sheltered. Yeah, no, actually it is really sad, though. I guess she doesn't really need to know all that stuff, but yeah, it's kind of sad that she doesn't. You can't. Okay, yeah. So yeah, the next episode will be an investigation part, but yet talked for a minute. So, okay, we have reached the end of the first day in court. We met our new prosecutor, Von Tarma, who is like the father of Manfred Von Tarma, which is really interesting. I really want to see where they take her character, because she really does have a different vibe from her father. And as shady as she is, I don't think she's as bad as she was. So yeah, I'm really interested to see where they take that. But also, so there are two people who to be the perpetrator. Okay, so there's Morgan Fay, who has a good motive, and there's the woman. Because unless we're gonna get a new character in the next part who could be the real killer, the only two people who it could be are Morgan Fay and what's her name? It was the one who was an idiot. Was it Meanie Miney? It should be Morgan Fay or Meanie Miney. Or is it Eenie Meenie? Who cares? My point is that it has to be one of them. But the issue is that Morgan Fay had a motive, but we were with her the entire time the murder happened, so it couldn't be her. But then we have we have the idiot who she could have done it, maybe, because she was taking a nap the whole time, which is kind of suspicious. But what is her motive? So it seems like these two are like two halves. One had the motive, the other had the means, but we need somebody who has both at the same time, don't we? But yeah. I don't think I have much else to say about this part, but I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!